Good afternoon and welcome to Cedar Lake on the beautiful campus of Cedarville University. I'm Dr. Danielle Fredette, Associate Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering. It's homecoming at Cedarville, and that means it's time for the canoe race. We have 35 teams competing in this year's race, consisting of freshmen from the School of Engineering. The cardboard canoe race is a graded project for these students for the engineering professions class, which is taken by all the first-year engineering students. And today I will also be joined by the Department of Communication student, Ali Kinner.
Hello, my name is Ali Kinner, and I'm so excited to be here. It is 77 degrees outside, and let's go watch some canoe racing.
How this race works is that each of those teams was given 55 feet of cardboard. It's the kind of cardboard that's used to make cereal boxes with the coating on the front. And 100 meters of packaging tape to build their canoes. And they learn how to design aspects of the canoe based on the weight of the passengers and other factors. And they have to work together as a team to design and manufacture the canoe. This is a graded project, like I said, so each team receives points based on their boat's performance, including how far it gets past the buoys and the time that it takes them to get across the lake. Coming up soon, we'll get to see the very first canoes hit the water. We'll be back in a moment.
Good afternoon. I'm Bob Chasnoff, the Dean of Engineering and Computer Sciences, and we are here for our annual cardboard canoe races, sponsored by the freshman class of engineering students. We have a rather large class this fall of 173 new students wanting to be engineers, and there are 35 boats. So hang on, you'll eventually get to see the person that you really want to get to see by the end. Thank you all for coming on this beautiful day. I want to start us off with a word of prayer and give the Lord the honor for the day. Father, thank you so much for giving us this beautiful day. We pray that the students have been well prepared in making their boats the right size for the amount of weight that's going into them. I pray that people will be safe, that they'll be able to enjoy the competition, and I pray that we'll be able to just give you the honor and glory for all that happens. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right. Hello, everyone at home watching the canoe race who couldn't make it. It's a really perfect day for a canoe race. Anyway, glad you could at least watch online. Hopefully you can see your student, perhaps, who's going to be in the canoe race. You can see we've got our first two teams up. We've got 5 people to a team. And yeah, so I'm here to watch the canoe race with you. Here to watch the canoe race with me is my former student, Miss Rachel Judy. She and I are just sitting here in the spillway watching the canoe race as they're getting started here, very first race.
The odd-numbered boats on the west
You can hear
lane
Dr. Chasnoff on the loudspeaker.
On the east lane. So right now it's 1 against 2, and it looks like both teams are fighting the water more than they're fighting each other. So root them on, help them across.
I assume that you folks back home can hear Dr. Chasnoff, but probably not very well. He was just saying that he has all the odd numbered teams on one side, all the even numbered teams on the other side, and making jokes about how they're fighting the water more than each other. Dr. Chasnov likes to make jokes sometimes. He's the Dean of Engineering, and he's also the professor for the class that this is a project for. So this is kind of his event in a lot of ways. Anyway, all right, so Rachel, you were a student here once. So Rachel, tell us what, for the moms and dads back home, what are you up to these days now that you're graduated? Like, hopefully their sons and daughters will be someday.
Yeah, so I graduated a couple years ago. I worked a job in software engineering for about a year, and then after that I decided to return to grad school and work on a PhD in electrical engineering. So now I do work with controls and game theory.
Yeah, really cool stuff that you can't talk about very much. Yeah, that's great. And yeah, Rachel was very successful as a student and is off to bigger things now. But so do you remember your own canoe race experience?
Yes, I do remember my experience. It was crazy. It was kind of stressful at the time because, like, you've got part of your grade rested on this cardboard boat that you made that I didn't know anything about building a cardboard boat, really. But yeah, it was, I was in the boat with one of my teammates, and we actually...
Wow, that was a close race.
Wow, yeah, those teams both made it.
Good job, guys.
Nice. Yeah.
Much excitement.
Well done. We have 2 boats that accomplished the task out of 2. Team number 1 is the current leading team in the competition. Give them a big hand.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess they're loading up for the next pair.
So what are, so I'm asking you this question so that the moms and dads back home or whoever's watching can have some idea of what these people are dealing with.
Yeah. So my team, we actually capsized our boat. We were actually setting too high in the water.
Oh, okay.
And we were, both of us in the boat were fairly light, so we tipped over and only made it a few feet from the dock. Neither of us had a lot of experience in a boat at the time, so.
That's too bad.
It was a fun experience, though, still.
Did it mess up your grade?
It wasn't the best grade I ever had, but it ended up okay. I still got an A in the class, so it worked out.
All right, that's good to know. So these guys, so I believe I have here that in Team 3, so boat 3, we have Parker and Orlando actually in the boat. And in Team 4, we have Alexander and Gabriel. So one of those is your student,
All
then
right, guys.
this is the one.
We're llama-ing. All right, hi guys, I'm Allie and I'm here with Jonathan and Caleb from Team 1. How does it feel to be the first winners of the day?
I mean, it feels great.
We're in first.
Yeah, we're in first.
So why do you guys think that you were successful today?
I think we built a very good structure. There was a lot of planning going on in the background
Yeah.
to make our structure as sturdy as possible.
Awesome.
So I think that helped out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, same thing he said. I mean, we just put a lot of work into it. Maybe we went very slow, making sure everything was like good and ready. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I did see, did you guys have a hole in the bottom of your boat?
Only at the
At
very
the very end, getting out, I think I might have put a foot through it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. That was awesome. Way to be the first to win today.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you, Allie.
The paddlers in team number 4.
So,
seem to
okay,
have
so these
the
guys
yellow
seem to
paddles
say
look
that
like they can
they
stay
had a very
together
strong
and both get
structure.
those paddles
So
in the
can you
water
tell
the way
our
they want
audience
to.
a little bit about what goes into building these boats?
Yeah, absolutely.
not sure
So
about
we
team
spent
number 3,
hours and hours just like planning
whether
and
the
then
blue paddles are
laying out the
helping them
boat.
or not.
So you start with a roll of cardboard, you unroll, you trace out the pattern you want, the pieces you need. You want like cross beams to make sure it doesn't collapse. We had like a W shape kind of underneath. Not totally sure it's the most aerodynamic now, but at the time that was something we were working with. And oh yeah, they both made it. Nice.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of the SWE people talking about the W shape.
Yeah, I think it's just a tradition that carried over from several years ago. Somebody's team built that boat, and it did very well. And
That's the one.
we kind of, copied the ideas for a little while.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but once you cut all the cross pieces across, build the frame, tape it together, and then wrap the boat, and hopefully, if you've done everything right, it's fairly symmetrical and built according to the plan you originally made. And then you see how it goes. It gets one chance to see if your design worked or not.
Yeah, so I believe all of these teams were supposed to have an upperclassman advisor to help them, right?
Yes.
So I know that, okay, hold on. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's go over to Allie at the finish line.
Very tight races. Let's see if boats fly.
All right, hello friends. I'm here with Team 2. So how does it feel to unfortunately lose?
As long as we got across.
We got across. That
was so awesome. That was awesome.
We were going back and forth the whole way. It was so good.
Also, it was pretty near, so.
Yeah, it was.
Fair. And why do you guys think that you guys unfortunately did not make to the front first?
I think we got stuck behind them right at the
that boat.
end. So that probably sucked a
Their
bit.
design was a little longer and narrower, so it was a little faster.
Yeah.
And that's why they won and you guys didn't?
Probably a little.
Probably.
We kind of
Yeah.
went for stability and reliability over
Yeah,
speed.
yeah, we wanted to just get across.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
And what do you think you could do better if you were to do this again?
Make
Pointed
it pointed.
front. Pointed
Yeah,
front.
pointed
Front.
narrow, yeah.
Yeah, more narrow.
More narrow? Yeah. Well, sweet. Well, great job. Way to make it across and not sink fully. So, great job, guys. Have a good one. Thanks. Woo!
Thank you, Allie and Team 2. Looks like this, we've got an, they're
Precariously.
Yeah.
The guy in the
back-
back
the
seems to be in the water a little.
back of the boat. I don't think they're going to make it.
They've made it almost to the halfway point,
Yeah.
though, so that's something.
Yeah. So all of the teams have an are supposed to find an upperclassman to help them to be their canoe advisor. And I don't know. I don't know exactly. Maybe you can fill us in. But it seems like SWE, Society of Women Engineers, has kind of a canoe advisor machine. Is that true? Or at least
sort
did.
of, yeah, at least a couple years ago, the way it was well.
Yeah.
We're given the teams that are set up. Girls are supposed to end up on the teams of girls are teams composed entirely of girls. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. And then the officers and SWE will then find out who's interested in maybe coaching a canoe team, and then they'll assign those teams an advisor to make it easier for them to find somebody to give them instruction on maybe how to build a boat or wisdom on what to do or what not to do.
Come on, boat 5, you're doing well. Keep
Wow,
coming.
these guys
Come on
made it a
back.
lot
The
farther
clock
than
is
I
running.
expected.
Yeah, honestly, I thought they were going down.
Way to go.
Yeah, I guess the end of their boat isn't totally under.
No, it's really
easier
close.
to tell from this angle.
Yeah, it's really close. So you don't want your boat to be too low in the water, but you also don't want your sides to be too high, because then you can't get your paddle in the water.
Yeah,
And you maybe waste a bunch of your material that you should have used on the structure. So they do learn a little bit of the physics of this sort of thing, like building some kind of a truss or something like that. Because that's what you do. You roll the cardboard and then make a truss out of little tubes. But for the most part, this really is, this is a team building exercise.
Yeah,
That's
that's
kind of
fair.
really what it's about.
Yeah.
So out in you guys are looking at one of the red real canoes now. I'm just recognizing some of the people. Those canoes are out there so that if any of our cardboard canoe racers should end up getting a bit stranded in the water, they'll have some help to get their canoe out. And sometimes getting in is actually really hard, as what we're seeing here. Getting in, you can mess it all up. Anyway, So we've got the red canoes out there, and that has some of our faculty members and some alumni who are just here to enjoy the canoe race event and to help out some of our students who might be unlucky in the water.
Oh, no. It looks like a boat turned upside down. Maybe they can get back in and try again. All of these students have been given.
All right, let's go to Allie at the finish line.
On how to build a boat.
Hello, everybody. I'm back, and I have this team with me. So how does it feel to be another winner today?
Feels good. I was actually racing against my roommate. Very glad to beat him.
Awesome. What about you?
It feels pretty good. Pretty glad.
So why do you guys think you were successful today?
We put in a lot of work because we knew that we had a little bit of a heavier team on us. So we knew that we were going to need to make a bigger boat, and it ended up working out. So I'm really glad that it did.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely a shout out to our team. It was good.
Awesome. Great job today, guys. Yeah.
Shout out to my family, my girlfriend Emily.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, Allie. So every year I like to invite several of my students to watch the canoe race with me. Uh-oh, we got a sinker.
Oh, no.
All right, our first real sinker. So we gotta savor this moment for a moment.
They barely made it past the second buoys. They get the points though. That's good.
Yes. Okay, here's a replay. Take another look.
That's okay. We're going to send out some people to
Ooh,
help
that
you
front went under.
get out of the lake. You don't have to try to swim the rest of the way.
So, right now I'm joined by my current student now. Previously, you were hearing from my former student. This is my current student, Andy. He's an electrical engineering senior.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm in my fourth year, senior year, and I have a doctorate cadet for the digital signal processing. So
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun so far.
Oh, good.
Got an exam
That's
on
one way to look at it.
Wednesday.
It's kind of a hard class.
Yeah, but after 4 years of engineering, you get used to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but part of that 4 years is this canoe race. I did luckily make it across, so I didn't have to experience the lake. I wasn't even in the boat, so I didn't have to experience any of the dangers of that. But on looking from the sideline, I will tell you that start getting into the dock is stressful.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to be one of the people that sinks immediately, and
Like, well, we just saw one of those.
yeah.
If you were clumsy getting into your boat,
Oh.
or like sometimes somebody will put his foot through the bottom,
yeah. Yes.
like just trying to get in. Yeah, it's very sad.
It can be very, very tough. So
Yeah. So how did your team build their boat or your boat?
we had a couple ideas to start with, but we figured that, you know, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So we actually looked at previous live streams and looked at some of the boats that were made. And so there was one clip where one of the higher end boats, like when they picked it up, it revealed the inside pattern, and we were like,
Whoa!
let's try and go based off of that.
So somebody is watching these live streams. That's cool.
Yeah, I was one of them freshman year, doing my research,
It's a good
trying
idea.
to make sure.
I had never really thought of that, but that's very smart.
We tried. I mean, it happened to work. We got all the way across. I know we got a little worried because one of our guys who was originally supposed to be in the boat that we did for our like buoyancy calculations, he actually got cut on his leg, and so that means he couldn't get in the lake to get infected. So our passengers were then going to be heavier than what we calculated for.
Okay.
So that's where that, like, you know, percent error of increasing that height to what you think you should came in handy. It saved us. Otherwise, we definitely would have sank.
That makes sense. Right. Okay. Because if you make your walls higher if you're going to load it more.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but we already had it built, and he got injured, and we were like, oh no.
That's a good sign.
So that extra. 2 more people away, and the people who sank finally ashore.
All right. Let's go over to Allie at the finish line.
All right, hello. I'm here with Team 6. So how does it feel to come in second place?
I mean, it feels pretty good. We worked hard. We had to paddle and push. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it across. That's all that matters.
Perfect. And go ahead and explain to me why we were in the water.
So we thought the game plan would be best if we both tipped the boat and then grabbed it and ran. It kind of worked, but it was meant for a close call situation. So.
Yeah. Well, great job, guys, and you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye, guys. Have fun at soccer.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you. So, one of my colleagues is sending me times, and the most recent update I got from him is saying that team number 4 is in the lead with the best time so far at 2 minutes 21 seconds. Team number 4 had Alexander and Gabriel in the canoe, piloting the canoe. All right, so Andy, can you tell us about, so you talked about how you researched your canoe by watching past live streams, but what did you find to be that, what was that design? What design did you go with?
So obviously you got to have all the cross beams on all your rectangles, but for the design in the middle, like kind of where people sat, we kind of used a spiderweb pattern where you had the cross and an X going through the same way. So with that formation, you had lots and lots of support where they stepped and where they sat to try and minimize the potential for somebody to accidentally step through it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Place team, if you get out of that boat, you bring that boat quickly through the finish line.
Oh,
Wow, those guys.
they were quick.
Yeah, we might have our new leader. Yeah, okay, he says that is the new leader.
Dang, I
Okay,
thought they
so
were moving.
Before this boat number 9.
team number
finished with a
9 is now the highest speed, fastest time.
They were
That's the
booking
one
it.
to beat.
Team
They were
number
quick.
4. Good job. Now, we have another boat still in the water.
All right,
just
let's go to
enjoying
another
the sunshine
interview.
And the opportunity to show them.
Hello, I'm here with Team 8, and unfortunately they sank at the second buoy. Why do you think you sank?
The front had a couple structural issues. As soon as we got in the water, the bottom paper started bulging a little bit, so we were just trying to get through as fast as we could.
Yeah. And I have to ask, because I'm curious, what did the lake feel like?
It was a little cold. Wasn't that slimy as I was expecting, so I was really happy about that. But we'll see how these white shirts turn out after being in lake water.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys did a great job. Even though you sank, you swam great. So have a good one, guys.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allie.
But
All right, let's see. Who are we? What team are we even at now?
I think 9 and 10 just went.
Yep.
So now we're on 11 and 12.
11 and 12, cool. So we've got Aiden and Ryan piloting boat 11 and Daniel and Caleb piloting boat 12.
I think one of the really interesting things about the canoe race is seeing all the different designs, because you've got some of the more basic one, right? Flat back, nice rectangle on the front. But sometimes I think people will try to reinvent the wheel, and you see those like bathtub designs and where they're just spinning about. I think that's something that's really, really fun.
It is
just
fun.
seeing how different a canoe design can be.
And you guys watching from back home get a view that nobody here is able to get, with this beautiful top view. And you can really see, you can see the rolled up pieces of cardboard that they use to make the actual frame of the boat, and they kind of wrap it up in more cardboard.
And then you
tape.
could study it and
Right.
then make it
So
yourself.
you could study
That's
it.
what
So
we did.
perhaps we have some prospective students enjoying this canoe race today, and you guys could potentially have an advantage for next time, for their time.
Look at the winning canoes and then
Yes.
try and take notes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So tell us about, let's see, what do engineering students do at night, like after school hours?
So usually, especially if it's a busy week, you're working up until curfew and then you're walking back to the dorm. It really depends. I've lived in Lawler all 4 years. I'm currently an RA there, so that's a lot of fun. So the units that I go back to, they go to sleep at like 1 a.m. So every time I go back, there's always a bunch of guys. And of course, if you get a bunch of guys in a dorm late at night, there's a lot of fun things that happen. So, but then you have to stay quiet at the same time. So whether it's watching a movie, playing some games, having some fun, laughing not too loud, but that's what I've always done. So it's definitely something that all engineers love to do, is just go back to the dorm, play games, watch movies.
That sounds nice. Cool.
So,
And doing work.
and doing work. there's other nights when you've got the exam the next day, and
Sure.
then you're having to study the entire night. So, but
Okay.
that's the life that comes with being an engineer. But it's
Well,
tough,
yeah.
but it's good.
Well, it's an engineering student.
Student, yeah.
When you're an actual engineer, you probably won't be doing quite that same stuff.
Yeah, I would hope
You won't
I'm
have
not.
like
Team
exams.
11 built a
Yes.
very
Yeah.
wonderful, smooth-looking boat.
All right,
get the
let's
two
go over
paddlers
to
in
the
sync
finish
to get
line
nice
for another
straight line
interview.
to the finish. Look ahead. Paddle together.
Hello, guys. I'm here with this team that just won in an amazing race. So, what does it feel like to win?
It feels really nice. You know, we get to give glory to God. You know, that was our main goal. Said a prayer beforehand, and I'm just very blessed to have the team that God gave us. You know, it was random, but nothing's out of his control. So.
And why do you guys think you won?
Well, as we started off, like when we knew our teams, we got together immediately. We started just brainstorming, coming up with ideas, what would work best. Started analyzing other boats from last year, and we just found the best design.
Yeah.
Used our cardboard and tape sparingly, and well, not sparingly, we used it all, but you know, it works. So plan accordingly. Measure 200 times, cut once.
Wonderful. Well, you guys did a great job. So, congratulations, and we hope you do well.
Awesome, thank you. God
Yeah,
bless.
you're welcome. Thanks, you too.
Thank you, Allie and Team 9. Team 9's time was 2 minutes 18 seconds. So that is the time to beat. Our longest time so far was team number 10. Well, other than those who did not get to the end. Our longest time of the boat that got to the end was team number 10 with 3 minutes 41 seconds. And the other times are obviously between those.
Yeah, I mean, you heard it. The best team that just got interviewed, they looked at the previous designs. It's a good strategy.
Yeah, it is.
So don't try to reinvent the wheel.
Yep.
You don't have to. Optimize.
Another thing that, well, it depends on different years, different things happen, but some of this footage could also end up being played at these guys' graduation.
True.
That sometimes happens too. So you might get to see your canoe at your graduation in a few months.
Oh, that might be really exciting.
Yeah. They usually do like a little canoe montage for you guys.
Nice.
Or for your parents, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so let's see. So that's what you guys are doing, at least that's what you're doing at night. You're studying or hanging out with the dorm guys. And of course, you kind of have some obligation to do that because you're the RA.
Yes.
So that's probably a big thing. Can you tell us about one of your favorite classes that you've taken at Cedarville?
Ooh, that's a pretty easy answer. Last semester, I got to take medical imaging with Dr. Toonstra.
Solid choice.
Yes, it's not one of your classes, unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay.
Maybe once I finish digital signal processing.
Nah. Nah, DSP's not gonna beat medical imaging. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, we got a sinker.
Wow.
Hey, they hit the buoys though.
They did. Yeah. I think you get scored based on which buoys you hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You get,
there you go. There, down they go.
Oh man. Yeah, you get scored for floating at the dock, and then you get scored for every buoy you pass.
Yeah.
And then for getting to the end, and then you get an additional
Time.
score based off your time.
Yeah.
So it's always good to, if you're going to sink right after a buoy. And so far, the two teams that have
They did sink right after
sink right
a
after
buoy.
buoys. They're in luck. They pushed through.
Anyway, so tell us about medical imaging.
Yes, medical imaging, it's really, really cool. It goes through the science and some of the math behind things like your x-rays, your CAT scans, your MRIs, and kind of what physics do we use in order to get those images, and then what's all of the math that we need in order to do that. And so diving into that was really, really intriguing to me on how do you shoot, all these electrons through somebody's body in an x-ray and then receive it on the other side and turn that into an image. And so that's just for x-rays and MRIs. They use a really big spinning magnet and do all this fancy stuff with your hydrogen atoms. That's why MRIs are really loud. And I'm just like fascinated by it.
Yeah.
And so even though some parts were difficult because we kept switching from, different scanning methods, which entirely new problems. So I always had to be on my feet with, we got new math to learn here. We've got new physics to learn here, but it was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that I can actually take my career towards the medical imaging path because I love the class so much, whether it's going to grad school for more intensive learning and education in that area, or if I get a job for like a medical technology company, I would love that a lot.
That sounds
Lord
really
willing,
interesting.
he gives me that. So.
Yeah, cool. Well, now's the time to be thinking about those things for you.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Now's about the time that I need to be doing all the applications and talking to people for grad school. So.
Yep.
But it all stemmed from me being able to pass engineering profession and this canoe race. How far I've come.
Wow, way to bring it back around. Very good. Okay, so let's see. Have you helped any of the canoe? Have you been a canoe advisor ever?
So I wasn't a direct canoe advisor,
Okay.
but when there's been a person in my dorm who's had to go through it, then they've always talked about or asked for some help or just ideas. I know starting out, the big thing is you got to come up with the design, and then you have to do all the calculations to make sure that the amount of cardboard you have matches your design. So, because all those pipes are just rolled up cardboard, and do a bunch of surface area calculation. So, and then you got to leave extra because you're going to mess up cutting.
Yeah.
That's a big thing a lot of people forget is you got to leave extra.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, otherwise you'll be in trouble. So,
looks like we have our first ladies only teams. At least, unless I wasn't paying attention. I think this is our first ladies only teams. Teams 15 and 16. Let's see. Indeed, that is true. So, Dr. Chasnov usually segregates the teams that way. There is kind of a practical reason for it, which is, well, they're in dorms together.
Yeah.
So they can work on the boat and store the boat in a dorm, and that does make a lot of sense. All right, let's go over to the finish line for another interview.
Hello, I'm here with Team 11, who named their boat the SS Good Enough, and clearly it was because they won. So how does it feel to be winners?
It feels really good. We're both very hyped that we got it across. We did a lot of good work, and we're just glad to see it pay off.
Yeah. And why do you guys think you're so successful?
It was definitely all the extra cross supports we put in throughout the boat. It really helped the structure coming front and back, and we added some along the bottom to keep it from being pushed in.
And our teamwork. We definitely, once we got out there, we just counted in our heads, counted out loud, 1, 2, just to keep paddling in time.
Yeah.
And we communicated really well. So.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So that was SS Good Enough, and you clearly were. So great job, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Allie. All right, we've got Rachel and Hannah in boat number 15, and we've got Aaliyah and Elise in number 16. And they look like they're doing just fine.
15 is going fast.
They're going pretty fast. Will they be fast enough to beat
Team
2 minutes and 18 seconds, I think is what we're looking for.
They're booking it. They just might make it.
We will soon find out.
I know with going back to kind of the girls and guys teams and how it's really helpful. I was actually one of them with, we completed the canoe the morning of.
Nice.
And so I was at their dorm, and that's where we stored it. We worked in the lounge up until midnight the night before, and then I woke up at like 6 a.m. when we finished it.
Yep.
So having that dorm and all of us can work inside the dorm was super helpful.
Yeah, it does. It helps a lot. Actually, so as an alumnus myself, I was on one of the few teams that has ever existed that was co-ed.
Oh, wow.
So, because there wasn't the right number, right? So he put 2 men and 2 women on one team. And yeah, it was like, yeah, well, you can't work together after curfew.
Nope.
At least not everyone. So you just work around that. It was fine. But it is nice to not have to worry about that.
That's when you have to work ahead.
Yeah.
Both teams made it.
I'll be curious to see their times. They look happy with their success.
It always feels good to get
well
out
done,
of the
ladies.
boat, too, without destroying it. Sometimes as soon as they try to get out the boat, then their foot goes through.
All right, we'll go to the finish line for an interview.
All right, hello friends. I'm here with Team 12, and their boat's name was Jeremy. So how does it feel to come in second?
It was all right. I mean, we're the slowest time overall, but we still had a fun time.
Yep. Just gotta persevere.
And why do you guys think you weren't as successful?
Our frame wasn't as sturdy as we thought, and we could have wrapped our actual shell around the frame a lot tighter, and that was our main issue.
Yeah, very loose. The supports all came out of place and it started to crumple.
Well, you know what? I thought you guys did a great job, and at least you didn't sink. So kudos to you guys. Well, have a great afternoon, okay? You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Allie. All right, so Andy has moved on, and now I have another one of my students here, Brightleen. She is a sophomore electrical engineering student, and wait, you are a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
I should know that she's my advisee. But I don't remember things like I used to. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I was knowing that you have a lot of transfer credit and stuff, so but yeah, you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
So, but did you get to do the canoe race?
I did.
Last year you did. Yeah, okay, great. So tell us about your canoe race experience.
It was really stressful as far as like the building process of it. But once we got into like the actual building of the canoe, it was really fun. Like I had a really good team, and they all did a really good job of like just showing up and putting the pieces together, covering for people when they couldn't come and things like that. So we had our canoe done like 2 days before the actual race, which was nice because then we weren't stressed about it last minute.
Very good.
Yeah, and then we showed up to the race and we made it across the lake.
All right. Way to go.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of my residents, Megan. Go, Megan.
Yeah, I think we have, let's see, this must be Ella and Natalie versus Megan and Elizabeth.
Go on, Team 17, put that paddle in the water.
I like the hat.
Stroke.
One of them's got a good hat.
Stroke. Come on now, straighten it out. Let's go, you got a good time.
Oh, they're almost there.
Oh, the ladies' teams have done very well.
Yeah. Go, ladies. Woo.
So were you involved in any of the canoe race advising this year?
I wasn't this year. I was busy.
Yeah,
but I know a few
enough.
people who were, and 2 of the girls in my hall are in the race, so they will talk to me about it sometimes.
Very good.
Yeah. So I was glad to be able to tell them it's okay. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, well, it did. They all did great.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to. Eventually here I'll get the times sent to me, and when I do, I will share them with all of you at home. I'm curious about some of those times. They were really good. Our time to beat is 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Team number 9.
Okay.
We'll see if any of the ladies' teams beat that.
There's still about 2 more ladies' teams that have to go? Oh, there's more. 3 more.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Yep.
So, let's see. Brightleen, can you tell me about what is one of your favorite Cedarville classes so far?
Ooh. In engineering or just in general?
Either way is fine.
Okay. I'll do both. I would say for all of my classes that I've taken, Old Testament was definitely my favorite class by far.
How come?
I really just enjoyed it, and getting to understand like how the gospel can be told from the perspective of the Old Testament is just something that I never really dug into. So like being introduced into that new perspective and actually learning like the Old Testament as a whole book instead of like the individual books was just really cool.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And seeing how God, like how the Old Testament then fits into the New Testament is just amazing. So I really enjoyed the class a lot. As far as engineering, I had 2 favorites. Statics and dynamics was really good, but probably because of who taught it. But then I also really enjoyed circuits.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I feel like taking circuits just made me realize more I wanted to do electrical engineering. So,
hey, that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, and statics and dynamics is really fundamental. I mean, it's mechanics. It's how do you model things that move. That's really fundamental. So that's great. let's go to the finish line for an interview.
Wait, ready? Here we go. Hi, guys. I am here with some of my favorite people. So let me just ask, did you guys win or lose? And what do you think that played a factor in?
We did not get through first, but I feel like it was still really, really good because I felt stable the whole time at the speed we were going at, and our structure was very strong, so I felt good about the pace we made it at.
Yeah.
Definitely. If we didn't sink, it's a win in my book.
Agreed. And so you guys have a very interesting boat name. So can you tell me what the name is and then tell me the backstory?
Do you want to go?
The name is Cobra Canoe.
So we were up very, very late the other night working on the boat. Everyone's brains were a little tired.
Yeah.
And my friend was drawing a snake on the side because our number was 16, and so we were making it a snake. And she was telling me earlier that she was drawing a snake holding an umbrella, and I was like, how does the snake hold the umbrella? And so we thought it was so funny because of course it held it with the tail. We were all just so tired. We were laughing for so long, and then all of a sudden we're like, wait, Cobra Kai, Cobra Canoe. And so that's how we got our name.
Well, that is perfect, and I'm so excited for you guys. So go ahead and have a great rest of your day, okay? Congratulations on not sinking.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye, I'll see you after.
Thank you, Allie and ladies. Looks like from my communications, number 9 is still in the lead.
Oh, wow.
With 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
What's the second person?
Team number 4. So actually the ladies teams did not.
Oh.
They were doing really well with respect to each other and like the stability of the canoes, but their times were not enough to get them up in the top 3. So
they made it across.
They did very nice. Yeah. So yeah, 2 minutes 18 seconds. Team number 9 still in the lead.
Oh, there goes the next round.
So this must be Evelyn and Shelby in 21, and Kyle and Ryan in 22.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so you enjoyed statics and mechanics.
Yeah.
Or statics and dynamics.
Dynamics, yeah.
And circuits. That's great. And what are you working on now?
Right now, I'm taking linear systems, microcontrollers, object-oriented, C++, electronics 1, and then New Testament. I would say out of all of them, conceptually, linear systems is my favorite, but practically, I love microcontrollers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. The first week, I was a little bit nervous because the first couple of lectures, I did not understand anything. But once we got into lab and started working on stuff, it all made sense. I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. Yeah.
Let us go for another interview.
Hello, friends. I'm here with Team 17, and the top question that I'm getting told to ask is, where's the pirate hat from?
Okay, so I had it for Halloween one year to be Jack Sparrow, and I was like, this is going to help us win, so I brought it with me.
You are an amazing captain, and clearly that hat works because you did win. So how does it feel to be a winner today?
It feels crazy and a little unreal. I really thought we were going to sink for the first, the 20 minutes before we raced.
Yeah.
So it feels nice that it's over.
Yeah.
And that we did not sink.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, our boat made it thanks to our team members. They did a great job building it and designing it. So we did it.
We did it. Well, they did an amazing job, and there's so many more races to come. So I'm super excited for you guys. I'm happy you won, and I'm happy you didn't sink. So great job. Have a good one, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, ladies.
Thank you, Allie. It's a nice, we haven't had a lot of sinkers this year so far.
We haven't, yeah. I've been really impressed by
Good job,
that.
everybody.
Yeah. I think last year there were a good amount of sinkers in the first start, so they're up to a good start this year. It's really impressive. There they go. Run, ladies, run, 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 run! Oh,
go.
no, come on!
You guys are gonna be the crowd goes
wild.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, it's a very beautiful day to be outside.
Dr. Freda, what has been your favorite thing this semester?
My favorite thing, like at school?
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying teaching automatic controls.
Ooh.
It's a class for the mechanical engineering seniors, actually,
Okay.
but I don't know. I just really like doing it. It's my specialization.
Okay.
And I haven't taught it a lot of like I taught it last year, but this is only my second time teaching it, so I haven't done it that many times.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really fun. Like I love talking about controls with them. And
are they a big class or small?
It's a pretty big class. It's not super big. It's like 35, 34.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
For our classes, but yeah, it's been fun, and they've been really cool guys. One of those guys is gonna sit in your seat in a little bit here. It's gonna be my last canoe race guy. All right, let's go over to the finish line.
Hello, guys. I'm here with Team 18, and they did an amazing job. So go ahead. Tell me, how does it feel to complete the race?
Honestly, I'm really glad that we just made it across. I'm perfect. I wish we could have paddled a little faster, but I was more concerned about tipping over, so I'm glad we made it across the finish line.
Yeah. And why do you guys think that you were able to make it across without sinking?
Because we double layered the boat.
Yeah.
A lot of people only did one layer of cardboard on the bottom, and that's just not enough.
Yeah, and some people think that like the lower sides like of the boat are better because you can paddle, but I think the higher the foot tall boat side went well for us, so that's good.
Awesome. I'm so glad you guys made it across without sinking, and you guys are going to do amazing. So go ahead and have a great rest of your day, okay? You're welcome. Have a good one.
Thank you, ladies. So what's going on with SWE this year? Anything? Or have you been involved?
I haven't, because it happens to be that the days I have my hall dinners are the days that SWE has dinners. So I haven't been able to do a lot with SWE, but I am mentoring 2 people this year. So I'm really excited about that.
Ooh, tell us and the moms and dads back home about the SWE mentoring.
So last year I got an upperclassman to be my mentor. It wasn't super involved, but it was still helpful to just have another female in the engineering department that you could look up to. So we just mostly talked about the classes that were coming up in the next semester and how I could handle what I was doing in that semester. It was really good, so I'm excited to be able to do the same thing for other people. It's a great opportunity.
I think it's a really good program. Yeah, I think that, it's one of the best orgs on campus, I think. I don't know, they're doing really, it's not crazy stuff, but meaningful stuff. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah,
and
for those who want to, have something to do.
When we had the movie night at your house last year, that was really fun. It was such a great time.
It was fun.
Yeah, so being able to do things like that makes SWE special.
Yes, SWE's pretty cool. Look at those boats. They get so soggy.
I wonder whose boats even made it to go into the derby.
Right. So for those who are not familiar, the boats that are in good enough condition after the race are invited to participate in the demolition derby, which is a fight to the death. To the last boat floating wins the demolition derby. I don't think that we are going to be live streaming the demolition derby, so that enjoyment is reserved for those who are actually here. So
it was really fun.
It is pretty fun.
My boat made it to the demolition derby last year, and it was just the best time ever.
It's very silly and very fun. Yeah. All right, these are 27 and 28. So we've got Nathan and Josiah piloting 27, and Tyler and Caleb piloting 28. I have not met any of these guys yet, because I'm only teaching seniors right now.
Yeah. Do you have new advisees this year that are freshmen?
I do. So I suppose I've met those, but there's only a few of them.
Yeah.
My apologies. This is team number 25 and 26. I said the wrong thing. So we have Brody and Joram and London and Keaton. So sorry if those were your students and you were confused.
They're going competitively against each other.
Yep.
Wow. This is exciting.
They've got some fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, a lot of really good success this year. So well done, freshmen. I just think it's so delightful that our like greatest homecoming tradition features the freshman engineering students. Like I really am just very proud of that.
Yeah.
And you know, Dr. Zavodny and Dr. Chasnov and Dr. Cole and the other faculty members who made this a thing, you know, good on them.
Yeah, no, I think now everybody looks forward to the canoe race.
Yes.
That's what you do during homecoming weekend.
It's a delightful tradition.
Yeah. They made it. Woo. Oh no.
So Brightleen, what do you and the other students that you know, especially engineering students, like to do in the evening after school hours?
Oh, it depends on what day of the week it is.
Oh, sure.
Most weekdays I am, let's see, this semester, most weekdays I've been doing homework or playing volleyball or being at practice for basketball.
Oh, okay.
So pretty busy. But I think most people get together for homework after dinner. On the weekends, this year there've been a couple of get-togethers for game night. Studying for tests the next week. Let's see. We got together for a meal once, so that was fun. Yeah. So it's very spontaneous. I feel like a lot of times, even though we're studying, we can also be very spontaneous about doing fun stuff.
Well, that's great. And do you have a lot of friends that you like to study with? Or do you like to do your homework by yourself?
So it's a balance of both. I like to do the homework by myself, and then I meet with people to like make sure I'm getting the concepts right. So usually there's a
solid
group
approach.
Yeah, if there's a group study, I try to get my work done by myself first before going to the group study. Then when people are actually saying stuff, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a solid approach. So, all right, let's go over to the finish line for another interview.
Hello, friends. I'm here with Team 21, and I just have to ask, how does it feel to beat the boys?
It feels exhilarating.
It feels amazing. We put in so much hard work, and it totally paid off. It feels
Yeah.
great to beat the boys.
Pretty iconic.
Pretty iconic.
Yes.
And why do you guys think you were successful?
I think we took a lot of time in designing our structure and poured countless hours into it, and it totally paid off.
I think we had a good plan to start with, and I think we executed it very well. I definitely think when it came down to our boat was extremely sturdy, so we didn't have to worry about twisting and turning as much, which was a really great relief when actually being on the water.
And honestly, praying right before we went to the race was amazing. It calmed all of our nerves, and we knew God had it, and He totally came through. So
God is all canoe racing today, everybody. So thank you guys so much. Congratulations on beating the boys, and have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Don't worry
Allie.
about the fact that it's got the evil color to it. That's because of what they wanted to do to it.
I am so curious
Make it
about
across the lake.
how they got their boat to be black.
Yeah, it looks
must have
like
colored
Sharpie.
it with a marker. That's
A
dedication.
marker? Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot
yeah.
of cardboard
Does
to
look like
color.
they're wearing suits.
Yeah, I'm also impressed by the outfit.
I am so impressed. I'm so impressed. That's a good move.
With that outfit, you don't want to sink.
Yeah. Yeah, classy move, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Neck and neck. Okay.
Oh. Come on. Oh.
Oh, Dr. Chasnov is exhorting them not to try to sink each other yet. Wait till later.
They made it.
Dr. Chasnov is the perfect guy to be in charge of this. He's got just the right sense of humor for this sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. That was a close.
Wow.
Good racing, guys. Wow. So at the start line there, we have, I believe, or at
Team
least
29 and 30.
Yeah, 29 and 30. We have Dr. Cole there is the guy who's shooting the cap gun to signal the start of the race. And then we have some of our students from Tau Beta Pi, which is the Honor Society, helping, well, trying to to help the students get into their boats at the dock.
I think one of the boats just
Yep,
sank.
I don't think they got off the dock. Looks
no.
like maybe they're going to try again.
Boat number 29 had a little tipsy.
They're going to try again, maybe?
A little too much tipsy.
Oh.
Get in there, straighten it out, see if you can get in.
Yeah, they're going to give it another shot.
Let's see. Boat number 30 is coming streaming along. Don't worry about the fact that you're not competing against another boat side by side.
Looks like 29 is trying again. You can see them there. They're going to shake the water out of their boat and try to get back in. Perhaps it was not a problem with the boat, just a problem with the getting in. So, good luck to you. All right, so Brightleen has gone on to enjoy the rest of her homecoming. This is my student Grant. He's a senior mechanical engineering student, and he's going to watch the rest of the race with me. So.
I'm excited.
All right.
Oh, they're doing well.
All right, so Grant, tell us about your canoe race experience.
Oh, man. Oh,
You
so
can remember.
My canoe race experience is a bit of a sad one. We sunk.
Aw.
But I had a great time building our canoe. We were number 2 off the dock.
Okay.
And we got in the water, and as soon as we hopped in, there was a hole under one of our team members' knees.
Oh.
And so we made it about a third way across the lake and sunk.
Okay.
But we did well.
So did he put
Very
his knee
proud.
through the boat?
We don't know. There was some question of because he was dropped pretty hard into the boat. So there was a question of, oh my goodness, did him getting dropped in the boat just knock something
Also, maybe it was
loose?
Tau
And
Beta Pi's fault.
That's what we're gonna say. That's what we're gonna go with because obviously our boat was perfect, right? But
Nice.
yeah, it was still
Okay.
a great experience. Oh, and here they go.
All right, let's see. I have lost count of which team this is. Looks like maybe, I can't quite tell. The moms and dads back home probably know. Okay, it's 31 and 32. So that means we've got Andrew and Will versus Elijah and Isaac.
Ooh.
Do you know any of these guys?
I do not.
You don't know any freshmen?
I do. I do not. I've been holed up in the senior design lab for too long.
Okay, fair enough.
But man, these freshmen are doing really well
They're
this
doing
year.
really well. This is a lower than average sink rate, for
yeah,
sure.
I was gonna say.
For sure.
Me and my friends were waiting for the boats to get in the water.
Right, so your boat probably provided like a lot of good entertainment.
Oh, yes.
Especially it being the very first
Yeah.
round.
Oh yeah.
So the crowd probably loved that.
Lots of cheering.
Yeah, the crowd is not, well, they're not unfriendly, but they like the sinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone needs to sink a little bit. Everyone needs to sink a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just cruising across the water.
Yeah, they're doing great. Let me see if I've got an update on our times. Oh, we have a new leader for time. Team number 9 had been in the lead with 2 minutes 18 seconds for a while, but actually team number 26 has a
Oh.
time of 2 minutes 14 seconds. That was
they're
the
cruising.
team piloted by London and Keaton. So that team is now the team with the time to beat. 2
All
minutes
right.
and 14 seconds. Team number 9 is in second place.
Whew. Oh man. How many have sunk so far? Do we know?
I have not been keeping track of that.
Man.
Not very many,
Yeah.
like just a few.
All these freshmen are going to be the best graduating class of engineers that Cedarville's ever
If
had.
there's any correlation between canoe success and engineering success, They're looking pretty good.
They're looking very good. Oh, here they come. Good dismount.
Good job, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's what we like to see.
All right, so tell me about one of your favorite classes you've taken at Cedarville so far.
Ooh, it's funny because we're sitting right next to the water. I'd say my favorite class is probably fluid mechanics.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How come?
Well, I just think it made the most sense to me. Finally, going through with all the things that has to do with water and heat transfer, and it's just so many of the engineering principles we've learned so far coming together in a tangible. The problems that we solved were real life problems. Hey, you have this system that needs to be cooled down. You could imagine it as a computer or a factory or whatever you have you. And it was in my mind the first time where a class was no longer a hypothetical perfect system, but now we were going to stuff that you see in everyday life.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me fluid mechanics for the answer to that question before, but that's great.
I mean, I definitely love automatic controls. That's also another favorite.
Of course, of course. No, I wasn't expecting you to say automatic controls.
Well, definitely the best professor I've ever had.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Okay. Well, I did just tell the moms and dads back home that was one of my favorite things that I'm doing this year is automatic controls because it's so fun.
It
for
is.
me.
It is.
I think it's fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for you guys.
Oh,
Probably,
it is. It is.
Sometimes.
After going through 3 years of tough classes, having one where the professor's willing to have fun with the students and
I'm not trying to make it the toughest class ever. That's what DSP is for.
Oh, no.
No, just kidding.
Oh, yeah. It's nice because it's logical, and we've got a great professor.
Oh, thanks. You guys are pretty cool, too. All right, we're almost done with our teams, actually. Let's see. We've got 33 and 34 up. Team number 26 is still in the lead. I'm just checking my communications on times. Yeah, team 26 is first, number 9 is second, and number 4 is third.
Oh, well, looks like number 33's got a strong start.
Yeah. So we've got 33, 34, and then just one more boat after that. We'll get to race against the clock.
Oh.
All right, let's go to the finish line for an interview.
Hi guys, I'm here with Team 25 and they just had an astonishing victory. So go ahead, how does it feel to win?
Awesome. Definitely a lot of God helping us in that because it was a little sketchy at the end.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Aren't you glad we made it?
Yes, very happy we made it.
And why do you guys think you made it? What was your saving grace in that moment?
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into the building of the boat and the rowing of the boat.
And the prayer before.
And the prayer before.
100%.
That vital parts.
Yeah. Well, you guys did a great job, and I'm so excited to see you guys win. So, over to the race.
Awesome.
Thank you, Ali. All right, let's see. So, Grant, one of the questions I've been asking your colleagues who have been watching the race with me today is, what do you and your engineering friends like to do after school hours?
Oh, well, besides homework, what we really like.
Homework is fine. might choose to do homework.
Of course. Well, we always love to spend time together in the lab, cutting it up and getting our work done. But besides that, we also love to. Hey, Mr. K. We have Mr. K just rowing by. But besides that, we love to go out on the town. Just a few days ago, we went to Raising Cane's. It's kind of a spontaneous just victory of being able to get our work done and have some fun. But tonight, for example, I'm going to Kings Island right after this.
At night, huh?
Yeah, for Fright Night. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Oh, 33.
Hey, a rare sinker. All right.
Let's see if they can drag their boat to the finish line before 34 can get there.
Team 33 did you a favor.
33, swim it in. You got a good time.
Oh, look at that, man.
You can end up in the middle of the pack.
That top view is so cool.
Not a sunk boat, except it's really spreading out decay across the lake.
So now our faculty canoes are going to have to go pick up the mess.
Is that Mr. Fredette out there?
Yep. Mr. Fredette's out there. One of our alumni, Ava, one of his former students. And then we've got Dr. Schomper out there and another of our former students, Sarah. And Mr. K was in the other one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, hey, they may have sunk, but they made it to the finish.
They made it to the finish line. Look at all that mess that they left.
I'm sure the lake will just dissolve it right up.
Yeah. It's funny.
There's been
Okay, so you guys are going to Kings Island. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we are. Yes, very
So with
excited.
some of your friends from school, I assume. Very nice.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good break, good celebration. You know, this is senior year.
Yeah,
you gotta make sure you have some fun.
Right. You gotta live it
oh,
up.
yeah.
You're never gonna be in college again, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we'll see with masters and PhD. Who knows?
And it's not the same thing.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not the same thing. PhDs, it's a whole different game. But still good, just different.
Oh yeah.
We get our final boat coming across the lake.
Is this the final one?
Final one.
Oh, advised by Clay Shaw.
Indeed.
I know the advisee here.
Competing against the clock.
So here we have Jonathan and Micah. And this is our last opportunity to see a sinking boat. So it could happen, we'll see.
All right.
All right, let's go over to the finish line for another interview.
Hi guys, I'm here with Team 30 and they won and it's amazing. So how does it feel to win?
Good. Feels good. We made it across and we didn't sink. So
it feels really great,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. And why do you guys think that you guys were so successful?
Really, it was a group effort. We put it all in. We got a good boat design and we all pitched in ideas and helped develop the boat and we just played it safe.
Anything to add?
I mean, yeah, it really goes into account how much time can do for you. When you put in the time and really do put in the work, what you can get in the end.
That's awesome. Well, that was our last interview of the day. So great job to all the teams and especially Team 30. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Allie. All right, well, the canoe race is almost over. What do you think? Do you think you'll ever come back for the canoe race when you're an alumnus?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. I got to see all the, all the freshmen coming in, sinking their boats, taking them across. It's a rite of passage, right, for the Cedarville engineer.
Yeah.
Such a great opportunity to be celebrated by your friends and family, by the school as a whole. Oh, there's
Indeed.
Mr. K again. Yeah, I have to come back. This place has been so near and dear to my heart. It'd
Good.
be wrong for me not to.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you are having a good experience. I don't screen you guys beforehand to see. So for the moms and dads back home, I don't make sure that they only have nice things to say about our program before I ask them to come watch the canoe race with me.
Oh, of course, of course. Of course. No, and I mean it.
Good.
Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Yeah, me too. I love working here. It's a good time. Everybody's very, good people.
I think we've heard it from the interviews today too. So many students celebrating God as their point of success.
Yeah.
Right? Getting across the lake.
Yep. People are definitely thinking about, what is important to them. And that's a big deal. And giving God the glory. And I really appreciate seeing that in our students.
Oh, yeah. Whether you sink or whether you make it across.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it seems like they're making it across.
I know. They're doing great. Here we go. Good job, fellas.
Ooh. There we go.
That was our last official race. Now, the top three teams, 26, 32, and 9. Those three
All right,
teams
so
and those three votes.
Let's see. Dr. Chasnov just said the top three. It's 26, 32, and 9. Those are the ones. I believe that's what he said, yeah.
Please pick up your votes.
All right, so they're going to go on to the Demolition Derby, but this is the end of our live stream. So thank you so much, everyone back home, for joining us for this year's Cardboard Canoe Race. I'd like to give a special thanks to University staff members Mark Tucker for the excellent drone footage today, and Sean Riffner, the broadcast director. A shout out also to our student production crew from the Department of Communication. Our finish line host was Allie Kinner. Graphics by Perrin Carnahan, replays, Emily Handel, audio, Cole Burkheiser, and on cameras, Isaac Natick, Brendan Thomas, Carson Skaggs, Maggie Jernis. So thank you so much to all of them. They are so fun to work with, and they do a great job every year. Be sure to come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for the Homecoming Parade on the live stream, and 10 a.m. for Homecoming Chapel, and 7 p.m. for the worship finale. From Cedarville University, I'm Dr. Danielle Fredette. We'll see you next year.